addicted to going to the chiropractor and getting adjustments every week. They feel better, but they never seem to last. This video is for you. What's up, everybody? Dr. Maggio here, creator of the Peak Method and founder of the Soft Tissue Revolution. And we're on a hell of a mission to make chronic injuries obsolete by helping people that are injured and in pain get properly educated and informed on their injuries and access to quality hands-on soft tissue treatment so they can avoid bigger problems down the road, like pain pills, injections, and surgeries, which only make things worse. Oh, back at it for our most popular segment, Ask the Doc. And I got a great question this week from Sarah on LinkedIn. I've seen your older videos explaining why you're a chiropractor that doesn't do adjustments and only soft tissue treatments. And it makes sense when you explain it. That's good. But getting an adjustment feels so good. And I do have some relief for a few days. Why is that? And would it be beneficial to do adjustments and get soft tissue treatments as well to get the benefits of both? Thanks for your input. Thank you, Sarah, so much for that question. And I talk about this all the time. I'm the chiropractor who doesn't do any adjustments. I'll link up that video explaining it a little bit more. But basically, I look at everything like the bone is here and then everything around it holds it in place, the soft tissue, the ligaments, and everything like that. So chiropractors say your bone goes out of place, they put it back in place. It's kind of like the brick went out of place and they put it back in. I go, well, the brick went out of place and what holds it in place is the mortar, which is the soft tissue. So put that back in. So I am very anti-adjustment because my thing with the treatment is it has to have a couple of components. It has to be safe, it has to be effective, and it has to be durable. Is the adjustment safe? Yeah, overall. I mean, there's not a lot of risk with that. You know, they do show some studies where you can potentially get a stroke. Like that's not great, but that's like 1 in a million. You could break a rib and things like that. So it's safe. Effective, just depends what you mean for things that are effective. Like effective is like, do I feel better in the short term? Yeah, then it's effective for that. But the problem that all treatments run into is, are they durable? So durable means, are they able to last? So if you're getting an adjustment and you feel good for a day or two, but you're feeling like you have to go right back, that isn't really a treatment because it's not durable. And that's what's happening a lot. So we run into this a lot. You know, I see people that come into our clinics and they still want to go to the chiropractor on top of what we do. And even though I educate them on why they don't need to get adjusted because the soft tissue is what they need. And you see this all the time, like soft tissue treatments work really well. Why the hell does so many chiropractors have massage therapists in their office? Because it's making their adjustments hold better and work better. So why even bother with the adjustment when you can just get the soft tissue work? So as Sarah said, though, it feels really good. Well, yeah, it does feel good to be adjusted, but so does taking drugs, but doesn't mean that they're good for you. I know that was probably a little bit of a stretch there, but this whole idea of just because it feels good, you have to ask yourself, is it really helping? So a lot of times what happens is we think the chiropractic adjustment is successful if we hear a crack or a pop or something like this. So this is what usually happens. A lot of times the area that's not moving is the problem. It might be at a certain joint or a certain level, and that area is really jammed up with that scar tissue and a lot of pressure in there. So what happens above and below that is those areas they have to move more. So those are where you're actually getting the popping and the cracking. You're not getting it in the area where it really needs because you can't get enough force to break that scar tissue down. So they pop and crack on it, but what happens is that problem gets worse and worse over time. So a lot of people think the adjustment is neutral. They're like, well, if I get an adjustment, I feel better, but it's not really causing any harm. Actually, it is, because that area where that dysfunction is getting worse and worse. And over time, you can have problems with the joint in there. You can have problems with the disc, and it can cause bigger problems. So yes, it can be counterproductive, which is why I don't think the adjustment is a viable option. It might be a secondary thing if you want to feel good, but I'm in the business of actually fixing people. And if you fix people, they'll eventually feel good too, and it'll actually last. That's where that durable component comes in. So why does it feel good? Very simple. So think of your body and you have your spinal cord and there's two paths where it goes. One of those paths is just pain and the other path is like vibration and movement. So when you get an adjustment, what it does is it makes those vibration and movement things go crazy and start firing and they go nuts. And what they do is they go up the same path and they block that pain. Same thing happens when you jam your thumb in a door. What do? Go like this. When you do that, it blocks some of that pain. That's what's happening with the adjustment. It feels good for a few days, but it's not actually fixing anything. So I always say the total, what do they say? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So that's what's happening. Just because it feels good doesn't mean that it's actually fixing a problem. You need functional changes in the tissue, and you need someone that can get in there and do a thorough evaluation of what's going on with the soft tissue. And the best people in the world are trained in the Peak Method. You can find them in the links in the profile. Thank you so much, Sarah, for sending over this message. If you're somebody that's addicted to getting adjustments and you're not getting any better, this video will definitely help. If you know someone that's addicted to adjustments and needs to hear this, give them a tag, comment in here, share it with them. And any other topics you want us to cover, send us a message with the tagline, Ask the Doc, and we'll cover it. We love doing these. Appreciate you guys watching this, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.